The undersigned civil society organizations, CSOs, say no to the lame duck Royal Commission of Inquiry (RCI) on the late Teo Beng Hok, which Prime Minister Najib Tun Razak intends to set up. We demand that the RCI to be given specific and comprehensive terms of reference (TOR) to clear all doubts pertaining to Beng Hok's mysterious and torturous death. We fully support the position of the Malaysians for Beng Hok movement that the TOR of the proposed RCI must include the following. A. Investigating thoroughly and identifying the cause of Beng Hok's death, especially identifying the cause of bruise which appeared on his neck. B. Reviewing and reforming the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission (MACC) investigation protocols to be in line with human rights standards and international best practices. And C. Identifying the political, administrative, and criminal responsibility of all individuals or institutions whose decisions and acts had directly or indirectly led to the death of Teo Beng Hok, and recommending specific actions to charge or penalize these individuals. And lastly, investigating into other allegations of torture, illegal detention, and other misconduct by MACC if and when necessary, and proposing reforms in the formal procedures of and of actual practices in MACC investigation and interrogation. In upholding the cardinal principle of transparency, we demand that the report of the RCI and all related documents be made available to the public without conditions. Transparent appointment of RCI members. In order to show his sincerity in seeking the truth and justice, the Prime Minister has to ensure transparency and independence in the selection and appointment of RCI members. The selection panel must include representatives of Teo Beng Hok family, Bar Council, Selangor State Government, and human rights community to ensure full consultation and credibility. We strongly urge the government to appoint only individuals who meet the following criteria to the RCI. Firstly, is an outstanding and professional figure with high integrity. Secondly, has a proven track record of defending human rights. And thirdly, has relevant experience in the area of human rights, law enforcement, judiciary, and non-governmental activism. In this regard, we fully support the list of potential commissioners proposed by the Malaysians for Beng Hok movement as follows. Firstly, Tun Musa Hitam, the former Deputy Prime Minister and the chairperson of Malaysian Human Rights Commission Suhakam. Secondly, Raja Aziz Adrus, former Bar Council President and former President of the National Human Rights Society Hakam. Thirdly, N.H. Chan, former Court of Appeal Judge. Fourthly, Tun Hanif Omar, former Inspector General of Police. Fifthly, Dato' Amiga Srinivasan, former Bar Council President and awarded International Women of Courage 2009. And sixthly, Dr. Irene Fernandez, Director of NGO Tenaga Nita and awarded Right Livelihood Award in 2005. And seventhly, a medical profession upon consultation of Malaysian Medical Association MMA, its ex-president Dr. Ronald McCoy, a human rights defender, and other members of the medical community. We urge the federal government not to finalize the RCI and announce its membership without consulting Teo family, Bar Council, Selangor State Government, and human rights community. Otherwise, the RCI will be seen as a public relations exercise of the federal government, with its independence and credibility called into question even before embarking on its task.
More important, we need to find out the cause of the death. And I think that is critical. Of course, the second part of the joint statement, our joint position, is the appointment. We strongly believe that the transparent appointment of the RCI member is vital in ensuring to regain the public confidence on the whole RCI procedure. We have actually proposed a few well-known figures who have spoke well in human rights cases. Of course, it's never exclusive, and we propose, but we will still respect the final decision. And not much publicity, more than 100 or, in fact, the final figure should be 121 association and NGO. It comes from various religious groups. It comes from various NGOs, cut across racial, religious boundary. Even among the Chinese Association, there are 4 state Chinese Assembly Hall who are involved in this signing. A lot of young youth group, a lot of university students are also involved. Of course, not forgetting Bar Council. I think all these are were very moving, and I hope the decision by government will take note of the feeling of all these NGOs today who express this joint statement.
Bar Council is very pleased to be able to stand alongside civil society in the quest for the truth about what really happened to Teo Beng Hock. Indeed, the Bar Council last week, when the verdict of the inquest came out, published a press statement which we entitled "The Search for the Truth Must Continue." And that certainly is, I think, the sentiment that all of us, regardless of race, regardless of religion, all Malaysians, all right-thinking Malaysians, who will want to support, that the search for truth about what really happened must continue. The coroner's inquest, of course, was, the verdict was not unexpected, but I think there were certain comments and certain conclusions which we felt were inconsistent with the open verdict finding, and we note that the Attorney General has filed for revision of the decision in the High Court, and we will respect the fact that the process of law